Myself P.Y. Lalita Chaitanya, lecturer in Commerce, Government City College. Today's topic is industry. Let us move on to the definition. What do you mean by industry? So, industry means the meaning is industry is concerned with production of goods and services as per the customer needs is known as the industry. Here the nature of industry is mainly industry represents only the supply side of goods and services. Industrial activities are carried out at the production centers such as factories and workshops. Industry creates firm utility by converting raw materials into finished goods. And also, industry encompasses all the activities needed to convert raw materials into final product is known as industry. Now, let us move on to the concept of industry. In the concept of industry, the productive aspect of business is called industry. Industry occupies the first position or primary position in business. Industry is a part of business activity which is concerned with the responsible for production of goods and services. With the help of industry, goods are produced by the application, use of human or mechanical power. In the broader sense, industry includes those economic activities which are concerned with extraction, production, conversion, processing, or fabrication of products. And also, industry may be defined as growing, extracting, multiplying, processing, or fabrication of production. The goods produced by the industry are either consumer goods or producer goods. Industry is that a part of a business which creates firm utility, that is, converts raw materials into finished goods so as to increase their utility is the concept of industry. And industry is composed of group of firms which compete with each other in serving approximately the same set of buyers, offering products that are reasonably close substitutes of one another is known as the concept of industry. Let us move on to the characteristics of industry. Coming to the characteristics of industry, everything you need to know about the characteristics of business. Business refers to activities involving production or purchase and then sale of goods desired by the person with the intention of earning profit. Even if the businessman is providing services such as internet connectivity or transfer of money from one place to the another, such activities are termed business and not a profession. According to the Stephen defines business as the regular production or purchase and sale of goods undertaken with the object of earning profit and acquiring wealth through the satisfaction of human wants. Here, what are the main characteristics in the industry? The main characteristics of industry are as follows. First one is the primary activity. Here, industry occupies the first place. Industry occupies the first position in business. Industry is that part of business which is concerned with production of goods and services is known as the primary activity. Here, the primary sector includes industry involved extraction and production of raw materials such as farming, forestry, fishing and mining. What is the meaning of economic activity? We move on to the economic activity. Economic activity is nothing but industrial activity is an economic activity. The main purpose of goods and services is to earn profit. Through satisfaction of human wants is known as economic activity. So, industrial activity is the economic activity. The main purpose of production of goods and services is to earn a profit. Through a satisfaction of human wants is known as the economic activity. Before, we have discussed about the primary activity. That means industry occupies the first position in business. Industry is the part of a business. Industry is the part of a business which is concerned with production of goods and services is known as the primary activity. Whereas coming to the economic activity, the main purpose of production of goods and services is to earn a profit through the satisfaction of human wants is known as the economic activity. Now move on to the third one, that is productive activity. Productive activity means industry refers to the productive aspect of business. Industry refers to the productive aspect of business. Industry concerned with production of goods and services to satisfy human wants is known as productive activity. So always industries have specific structures which includes size, measures, example, industry sales, number of firms, number of employees, rate of growth and industry growth cover an important element of industrial structure. The nature of the industry, the characteristics of industry is the nature of the industry, use of industrial goods such as machinery, power generator, cotton, timber, lubricants and oils, etc. Competition is also one of the important characteristics of industry. Economy is based on industrial sectors. Need for workers, production, all these are the different characteristics of an industry. Let us move on to the human or mechanical power. Industries make use of mechanical and human power to run machines and produce goods and services. So, here industries are mainly using for mechanical purpose and human machines are available, but to run that particular machines a human power we require. So, a human power is very important to run the machines. So, once the human power is ready, then we can produce the goods and services in the industry. So, here human and mechanical power both are important characteristics of an industry. So, here human and mechanical power means industries make use of mechanical and human power to run machines and produce goods and services to the customers is known as a mechanical power. Move on to the next characteristic of industry is creation of firm utility. Here, creation of firm utility means industry creates firm utility. That means by converting raw materials into finished goods which can be used to satisfy a human wants is known as creation of firm utility. So here it means the raw materials are converting into finished goods is known as a firm utility. Means the raw material we are converting the form into finished goods is known as creation of firm utility. This will be mainly used to satisfy our human wants is known as a creation of a family, a firm utility. So this is also one of the important characteristic of industry. And move on to the next point, that is a wide scope. Wide scope is also one of the characteristic of industry. It means the scope of industrial activities is very wide. The scope of industrial activities is very wide. It includes various types of industries such as extractive industry, manufacturing industry, service industry and so on. So all these will come under the wide scope. So the scope of industrial activities is very wide because it is a conversion of raw materials into finished goods, and the activities involved in this particular industry for manufacturing of goods and services is very wide in nature. So it includes various types of industries will be there in this, so that we will be discussing in the next topic. Next, move on to the part of a business. Part of business includes industry occupies the first position or primary position in a business. Business activities begin with production of goods and services. Unless and until if we are not producing the goods and services, the business activities cannot be taken place in the industry. So, production of goods and services is very important. So, that production of goods and services will be created by the industry. So, business, a part of a business is also one of the important characteristic of industry, and industry is occupying a very first position and primary position in the business. Without the industry, the production of goods and services cannot be taken part and the profits of a business cannot be achieved in the part of a business.